Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Y'all, mm, mm, mm. Y'all, this content is for educating, commenting, and criticism purposes. Y'all, content creators, big mad at Natalia Harris family. Mm. I believe it's more like a misunderstanding. Okay. Uh, some creators has been affected about what is coming about the family, okay? Now, it's a lot of stuff that I don't think needs to be pointed out and said because nobody don't know what happened, okay? Really, I believe um everything I say is alleged, okay? I don't know these folks and I don't know the content creators and I don't know the family of Naziah, okay? Now, I always thought that a lot of pressure is thrown on Shannon. Shannon is one of the aunts. I think that a lot of pressure is pointed toward the aunt and her cousin. I don't think that's fair. Okay, I don't think nothing should be fair because we don't know what happened. We wasn't there. Okay, now I don't see nothing wrong with the aunt being around Shannon doing. We're gonna get into some dates. The aunt have a favorite niece that she was around. Okay, now I think Janelle been doing good at giving her. She been consistent in what she been saying, and Janelle is one of the aunts, the mother's sister. Okay, I think she been doing a good job of reporting stuff, but I don't think that they should go on nobody's platform because that's where the miscommunication is going to happen. Okay, so I don't see nothing wrong with Janelle doing those years, and I believe y'all. I'm not sure. Back in 2000, I got to remember that that is the aunt. Okay, and sometimes as the auntie, you don't be knowing what's going on. Okay, but you know at that particular date what's going on in the particular year. I mean, said a particular year things happening, but you don't have control of nobody else's household but yours. Okay. Now I don't care how I feel about. Yeah, I'm just gonna put myself in an aunt place. I don't care how I feel about Jarvis. I don't like Jobs. I don't report Jarvis. I don't care. Jarvis ain't coming around my kids. He ain't coming around nobody. But she can't control the mother's house, y'all. Regardless of how long the aunt Janelle knew what was going on, but she can't control the house. She can't control what the she can't control what happened. Okay. So nothing wrong with Shannon being around Jarvis at that time. Nothing wrong with Janelle um, letting her niece have her apartment for her kids. It's nothing wrong with that. Okay. Now, some of the content creators is blaming the family about the things they brought out to share with you all what had happened. Okay. Now, back in allegedly, everything is allegedly for me. Allegedly, CPS uh, The aunt reported CPS, y'all. She did the best she can. She reported to CPS before Naziah Harris was missing. The aunt told y'all that. And ain't nothing else the aunt can do, y'all. Is to keep her kids off around that environment. Okay? So back in 2022 is when the aunt reported to CPS. Okay? Awesome. I'm glad she did. That's before Naziah went missing. Y'all got to realize 2022 was before. Don't matter when she reported it. Okay? So back like in 2009, in 2013, let's say like this, y'all. Let's say like this. Y'all got to ask yourself. Allegedly, one of the cousins said that 2009 is when Shannon was 16. Jarvis was around her. Why? Why is that grown man, that full grown man around that teenager? I don't told y'all this. I don't told y'all over and over and over. I'm not gonna blame Shannon. Okay? I may not agree what happened, but I'm not gonna blame Shannon, okay? Because you're talking about when she was 16, you think a man in his late 20s gonna be around my daughters? So the aunt said, but not the aunt, I apologize. People make mistake when they say y'all need to go back and apologize. No, the cousin, Kiwana, something like that, said in 2009, Shannon was 16 when Jarvis was around after she had gave birth to her daughter. I don't know how old Shannon was when she gave birth to that baby. But y'all, I don't understand this stuff like this go on right now. Okay? I think that the auntie did a good job reporting what happened. Probably allegedly in 2012 or 2013, something like that. She found out about this man. Me as the aunt, I don't know everything that my nieces do. I got a favorite niece. Okay? I have a favorite niece that I hang with. She might not tell me everything because she know how I feel about her. So I'm putting Janelle in my situation. I'm trying to use Janelle, the aunt, as me, like I'm an aunt. No, they ain't gonna tell us everything because they know how we are. Okay? And when you got a man manipulating a young girl at the age of 16, 17, it don't matter. They are young-minded, young folks. They are adolescents. Okay? They can manipulate those young girls at the age of 16. That's what Jarvis was doing. Jarvis is the problem, okay? Manipulating, blackmailing Shannon, okay? The aunt did, the timeline is like 2012, 2013. She found out about Jarvis. Now, Jarvis was an ex-offender for 12 years. Okay? Now, when the aunt, during the time when the aunt found out, it was when the aunt found out, okay? Now, Jarvis, when the okay, back then, 12 years ago at that time, Jarvis was the ex offender. That's what the aunt found out. She did a good job of finding it out. Jarvis got arrested and had Shannon's daughter. Well, he had Shannon's daughter, and he was in custody. Okay, he got arrested because he's an ex offender. He's not even supposed to be around kids. But Shannon knew about this. It's okay. I'm still not gonna pressure Shannon because she's a victim to me herself. Okay, Shannon. Yes, she knew about he was an ex offender. Okay, but she said she thought that he manipulated her and told her that the girl lied. Y'all got to remember them young girls. She was young at that time. That's why I can't blame Shannon. I had to look at this case and over and over study this case, study the mind in the case, okay? And don't put the blame, just wonder why, okay? How and why this happened to Shannon, okay? I believe that the communication is going on with the with the content creator is when they dig and find out new information. It's not that the family is trying to distract them. It's y'all digging into old news. Sometimes old news is good news, and if the family didn't want y'all to see these things, they would have took their page down, like most of the people did. But what they did was left their page up because they don't have nothing to hide, allegedly. Okay, me, a lot of information coming out should be alleged. Okay, but I can understand the content creators of what they are saying. They are mentioning things that some of the family members put out there themselves. Okay, and sometimes the way people ask folks questions, they can make you answer not like you intended to answer. Okay, so the sender is not sending the messages right to the receiver, and the receiver is taking the message and saying the same thing but in a different way. Okay, now it was said that Naziah got the fight before she went missing. Where did this come out at? Now I study Naziah's face. I studied her face. I didn't know whether that a dot over her forehead or was that a piece of hair. You know, they try to make baby hair. So I said, well, what's that on her forehead up there? That don't look right. Why is that on her forehead? And I try not to stress too much on it, okay? Then I know how pictures are. I know how pictures and cameras can be confused, okay? Can mislead y'all. Okay, I think that there's a miscommunication in what the family, the aunt and the cousin put out there. Some of the things can be distracted the way the family is putting it out there. Some of the things shouldn't be said that the family put out there. It's an open case. And no gag order on this case. There's no gag order. That part I don't understand why it's not a gag order but because they are still trying to find out some information. Now, like I said, creators, I don't think nothing wrong with you all speaking on the case. I don't see nothing wrong with y'all speaking on the case. I believe it's much so how you presenting it, okay? How what you're saying and it's take the message is getting out wrong. Okay. People want you all to be bring out the truth, bring out the truth. Y'all don't know the truth yet. We don't know the truth yet, okay? We only just going by what they are saying, okay? The truth is going to come out about Nazaria Harris, but right now, I think the family is saying y'all switching out on them. They was on your platform. You presented the platform, but then y'all turn. I think they think that you are being kind of messy. Okay. But I don't. I just hear a miscommunication. Okay, in the way you put out information. Okay, I think the content creators doing an outstanding job with the case, but just control your emotions. Stop. Don't blame nobody. 'Cause we don't know what else going on with this case. We don't. I've been kind of quiet. I've been wanting to say something, but every time I turn around, it's something. It's something. Try not to dig so hard and look for old information, which is good for some old information. Try to deal with what is going to maybe be presented from the videos that we seen. A lot of things they did not tell us at that preliminary hearing. It's a lot of things gonna come out, y'all. If we can just take a deep breath and relax and wait on this information to come out, that's cool. But y'all content creators, y'all doing an outstanding job, okay? Just be careful how you present it, okay? Love y'all. Peace and love.